Good morning, welcome. It's very early, it's 6:30 in the morning. I'm being quieter because pretty much everyone's still in bed. My husband's downstairs, he's getting ready for work, but other than that, the kids are still in bed. So it's a work day. I'm having to do my makeup here now because it is pitch black until, I don't know, it doesn't start getting light properly until about 10 to 7. So it's pitch black. I really am not a fan of doing makeup in artificial light. Don't you find you do your makeup and then you think it all looks okay, and then you step out into actual light and look in the mirror and then kind of go, yeah. I find less is more in artificial light, and always take something to blend in the car, so when I look in the mirror in the car I go, wow, okay, need to tone that down a bit. So yeah, makeup for work, really debating whether or not to leave my hair extensions out, because I've got quite a few places now with tension alopecia, so I have really fine hair, so it's pulling, and it pulls like patches of hair out essentially. It's not terrible, but I'm like, oh, I feel, do I just abandon them for a little while? But then I feel really naked because my hair doesn't grow. I feel really naked with short hair, and there's no real style to my hair because it's so fine. So I don't know, I'm having a bit of a dilemma about that, which, you know, it's not the biggest deal in the world, is it? So yeah, getting ready, going to work. Nothing exciting happening today, just a normal day of working, coming back, sorting stuff out, going back to work again. You've seen it here. I will do another cleaning, sort of like reset day. Essentially this is just a normal work day for me. So it's 20 to 7 now, and I have until 8:30 to leave, but in that time I have to get ready, get my son ready, get him out for school. My daughter's off today. Get him out to school, walk the dog, get myself something to take to eat, and then go. So you can follow along with me if you'd like, you're more than welcome. But I'm going to get ready, but I will time lapse this because otherwise it would be very boring and very long. And I'm going to listen to, what am I going to listen to? I've got to catch up with Jess Harris's videos, so I'm going to watch those. don't know if you can see what I mean. It's, I don't know, it's really fine. It's like a floating head. Can you see what I mean? It's like really fine. There's not much to it. I just feel really naked. But then I'm also thinking, oh, it's just nothing to it. So fine. And you know, I've had the ends cut, so it's not split ends on the end there. That's just literally how fine it is. I don't know. I think I'm going to put my extensions in. See you later. That's husband gone to work. The extensions went in. I feel way less naked without them. Right, so let's go downstairs. My husband left, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. So I have no idea what we're about to walk into. It's very, can you see how dark it is? It's now 20 past 7 and the light's on. Right, let's, and we see you. Hello. Hello. No, you're not going up there. Good try, but no. Right, let's see. Yeah, see, 7:22. Oh, hello. It's one of those when you do I turn the light on and see. Oh, actually, he hasn't done too bad. Oh, hello. Big stretches. Big stretches. He hasn't done too bad, actually. Yeah, this is from last night. Because I worked until when did I work till? 7. And then he went out last night. He was playing poker with some friends. What? I don't understand this. I don't know how many male viewers I have on this channel, but seriously, just put it back. It would take you like 2 minutes. Right, do you need to go out? Do you need to go out? Here you go. Right. So I'm just going to help my son get out for school, help him pack his bag, all that kind of stuff. It's PE day, so the poor kid is weighed down because they had to have to take laptops and obviously all their other stuff that they take, then take their PE kits on top of that. So bless him, he's going to weigh about 3 stone heavier today. So I'm going to do all of that and I'll be back with you. We're back. We just did 10 minutes around the block because I'm going to put this light on. I am actually going to buy, because it's driving me crazy and it's only going to get worse in this house with the light because it's north facing, no, south facing, and we have a huge tree in front of, actually in front of the front window and the back window we have huge sycamore trees. So I am going to make the purchase of a ring light, otherwise I might as well be just doing it on a blank screen. So we've just got back. Excuse what I'm wearing. I do keep saying to myself, why you wouldn't be seen outside your house wearing this stuff. I wouldn't walk to the shop like this, but I seem to think it's okay to go on the internet. Like, how does that work? I'm back. So I'm going to wipe down all the sides, unload the dishwasher, reload the dishwasher, and then I'm going to make myself some breakfast. Oh, where's that gone? My God, I thought I'd gone completely mad. So my egg thing is over. I've got a bit fed up of eating eggs, as is what happens. But it's really tricky because where I work, it's quite a small room, and what I don't want to do is take food in there that is smelly. You know, I don't want clients coming in and they're like, you know, they can smell what food. The last thing I want is for them to come in and what I might think smells like nice food, they may not agree. So I try and be wary of what I take to work, that it doesn't smell. So when I take my eggs, I eat them in the car before I get there, so I'm not bringing that smell into work. So I considered that and I was like, I'm just a bit over eggs, and also as well, it's too early for me to eat sometimes, and I really have to force it. So I'm giving this a go. I bought it a while ago for my daughter, to when she was at college and she was struggling to have time to eat meals when she was doing her equine course, and it was kind of a way if she could have something to fill her up in between so she wasn't completely on empty. And I'm like, okay, it's banana flavour, let's give it a go. So I'm trying these to drink because I can take it into my room and I can sit and I can drink it when I'm hungry rather than having to force myself to eat something before I actually want to eat, because I don't really like breakfast. Like eating by 9 o'clock it's not fun for me. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make one of these. I don't overly like the taste of it, if I'm quite honest. It's the banana one and it tastes quite chemically and I'm not overly a fan. I'm not just saying there's anything wrong with the brand at all. I mean, it's very popular, so I'm thinking it must be popular for a reason. It just might be that flavour isn't I'm not the biggest banana flavour person anyway. So there are some, I had a look, they do salted caramel and they do like cinnamon swirl. They do some other flavours, and I also saw somebody that they put a shot of coffee in theirs as well, and I was like, that's a genius idea. Like, I could completely be up for one of these with a shot of coffee in them in the morning. That seems a great idea. So I'm going to wipe down all the surfaces, reload the dishwasher, then make myself this. The way I have found to make it so that I like it a bit better is, because it comes with the shaker, but I have found to put it into a measuring jug, my very battered measuring jug, which do you think the time has come to replace the measuring jug? We held out as long as possible. It hasn't even got a handle, which is really tricky when there's boiling hot water in there for like chicken stocks and stuff like that. I can't even see the numbers on the side to even know how much of a measurement it is. So we have held on a long time, considering these are maybe £1 to buy. I put that in here with some water, and then I get some ice from the machine, and I put a spoonful of peanut butter in here, and then with a hand blender whiz it all up, because I find just shaking it to me seems to leave still clumps. This is quite good in that it has that to stop you taking mouthfuls of the clumps, because I don't know if anyone used to do like Slim Fast back in the day, but you used to get mouthfuls of powder and it was disgusting. So it is pretty good, but it still is better, I think, with ice, a spoon of peanut butter, blend it all up, and that to me is better. But it is not, I won't repurchase banana, but I am going to try another flavour because it is ideal for me for the situation I'm in, where I need to eat but I don't want to make my room smell of food. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to probably leave you there because that's the best light, and I'm going to time lapse it because it'd be really boring and really long. Husband or boyfriend, partner that works in trade? I brings me blue roll. Actually, I'm not mad about it. It's really handy. I said I was going to time that to you and I end up talking anyway. So in here is chili from last night. I made a big double batch of chili so that tonight I haven't got to worry about making dinner. So at lunchtime, when I come home for my lunch, I will put on the slow cooker and reheat the chili that's already there, and then people can choose whether they want jacket potato or rice to go with it. So that's the dinner situation. Sometimes it helps, doesn't it, doing something in bulk that can last 2 nights. It makes it so much easier. I don't know how many people watching work really strange hours, but when you're not getting in till 7:30 most nights, it's the whole thing of like, what do you do for dinner? It's quite tricky. So I just managed to do something pretty special, which was I filmed the whole thing of me making this with my manky old measuring jug, blitzed it with the hand blender. So in here is 2 scoops of the Huel, 500 mils of water, because it tells you to fill it up to there, some crushed ice, and a scoop of Nutella, because I decided that I was going to give Nutella a go and see if it gives banana split kind of taste. Anyway, did all that, filmed it all, and hadn't even pressed record. So there's no hope today. And I'm going into work because I need to do some uni. I'm going into work early because I need to do some uni work, and I can sit there quietly and do some of that. And I'm not feeling hopeful for doing uni work at all after how my morning's going. Anyway, let's taste this, because I've made it, I haven't tasted it yet. I hadn't got that far. So let's taste it. So this is the banana with the Nutella. It's still chemically, and I'm not entirely sure. Is it like oats or something? Like, it feels grainy, and maybe that's not for me. Maybe the texture's not for me. But I can confirm a spoonful of Nutella doesn't make any difference. I can't taste the Nutella at all. It makes it sweeter, maybe. I think I prefer peanut butter, because actually I can taste the peanut butter, which banana and peanut butter, don't know if they should go. I think they go better than this, to be honest. I thought this would be like a banana split thing, but no, not really. It's not that, I'm not going to say that it is a bad product or that it's not bad. I just think maybe the flavour isn't right for me, and I need to find the flavour I like. And I think if I can do that and then put a shot of coffee in it as well, like a salted caramel with a shot of coffee, I think I'll be very happy. The only thing that I might struggle with is this oaty, it feels like oats or grains or something in there that's bitty, and I think I might be struggling with that a little bit as well. But anyway, I've done it. It will do. That will fill me up until lunchtime, and I can have that when I'm hungry, rather than actually like I need to eat, because I don't want to make my office smell. And so I'm going to take this. I'm now going to go get washed, get dressed, get into work. I don't have any clients until 11 today, so I'm going to be there a bit early, and like I said, I'm going to use that time to do my uni work. I've got a chapter to read from the book, and a little bit of the online materials, but that's what I'm going to go do. So I'll be working until 1, and then I get to come back and get some lunch and all the other lovely stuff that we do when we're running around trying to organise everything. But dinner is sorted, so I haven't got to worry about that, so that's a good thing. So I'm just gonna get myself up now and washed and dressed and go. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so this is what I'm wearing today. Again, it's another simple one, just blue jeans, white shirt, loafers and a belt. It's just about being comfortable, as I've said many times, being comfortable, but also as well, I really don't like being in clothes I don't feel comfortable in, and I don't feel comfortable in very formal clothes. I feel much more myself like this, and I think when you are working with people, and I know that when I was a client I appreciated seeing my therapist just in normal clothes, and not looking overly like I've just corporate, I suppose. I really preferred that, and I think it comes in the clothes I feel comfortable in. I'm much more able to be myself, and I think that is with any relationship with therapists and clients. That's what you bring to it, is you bring yourself. If I put on really formal clothes, I kind of feel like I'm wearing a costume, so it's a bit weird. So that's a long explanation to say why you probably see me wear a lot of jeans and jumpers, but it's honestly just where I am me and I feel the most comfortable. I'm going to head off now, so I will see you probably much later on in the day. See you in a bit. Good morning. This is a different angle, isn't it? Well, different room, but the light's pretty good in here, so actually that's not too bad. It's Friday. I left you yesterday when I was getting ready for work, and I was doing the Huel, wasn't I? And I didn't drink all of it. I think I'm gonna have to half it because I haven't successfully finished a whole serving when I've done the 500 ml, so I think I'm gonna half it. It was all right, it did the trick, but as I said yesterday, it's not really my favourite. And then my day was just client work, and then the usual thing, walking the dog. And I was like, I've shown you that a million times, I don't really need to show you again. Got in, was pretty exhausted, headed to bed at 9 o'clock. I woke up this morning and my skin feels so tight and so dry and so textured, that I will own up, I'm not consistent with any kind of skincare routine at all, and I never have been. I've been really lucky that I don't have textured or breakouts. I don't really have spots, and I think that's allowed me to be quite lazy, because a lot of my friends, they have more problems with their skin, which means they have to always be looking after it all the time. So I'm really quite lazy. I don't have any consistent, and the only thing I actually do is put moisturiser on in the morning, not even at night. One day that will change and I won't be that fortunate, and I should be doing the things now to look after it. And I should know this because before I was working as a therapist, as a counsellor, before I had children, I was trained as a beauty therapist and I worked in spas, and I was actually trained in Elemis, Gino and Spa, and I know how important looking after skin is, and I know the earlier you start, the more you reduce the lines and wrinkles later on in life. So I should know better, but I'm just lazy with it, to be quite honest. But today I have noticed my skin doesn't feel great, so I was like, actually, I am gonna do a bit of skincare because I don't like how it feels, and it's probably hormones as well. It's that time, so coming up, so that does definitely play a part. But we're going out tonight, and I don't really want my makeup to look, what's the word, like cakey, because my skin's dry and it's textured. So I'm like, right, I am actually going to do it today, and it's because I'm doing it today. I'll show you what I'm doing. I think it goes without saying, I don't have enough subscribers or a big enough channel that in any way anything is sponsored. These are my products that I genuinely use. And out of everything I used as a therapist, beauty therapist, Elemis was my favourite, and I stick with Elemis. The only deviation from that is Elizabeth Arden Privage range. I think that's how you say it. That's my constant moisturiser. I find it the best moisturiser after I've tried the Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream. Not a fan. I feel it feels dry on my skin, and then when you go into the anti-aging range, you can then find that creams are too thick, and then your makeup doesn't go on over them. And I found the Elizabeth Arden moisturiser in the Privage range perfect consistency. It doesn't feel too much, too oily. You can put makeup over it. So that's my only deviation from Elemis. So what I use is the facial wash, which is the Tri-Enzyme Resurfacing range, and essentially that basically strips off the top layer of skin cells to give you the brightest skin underneath. You have to be careful when you use this, because if you go out in daylight with no makeup or anything, you need to put an SPF on, because it does actually strip off that top layer. Normally I would use the papaya enzyme peel as my exfoliator. There's a lot of peeling that we're doing here, but I don't actually have any at the moment. I haven't repurchased because I've been working my way through that. It came, and this is the, what is it? Explain what it is. It is a treatment boosting cleanser, but it has little gritty bits in it, and I don't even know if you can see, it's kind of got gritty bits in it, so it works like an exfoliator. So I've been using that as an exfoliator if I've needed it. Can't say I have needed it that much, because what I actually then use is the Exotic Cream Moisturising Mask, which again, it's a little bit of using the enzymes from the fruit to peel off, but this injects moisture in as well, and it smells really nice. And these two have been my staples for, I'm going to say probably from around 2004, 2005. So they've served me well, and I don't deviate from them because that would be silly. So I'm not actually going to use that one. I just thought I'd show you that's the one that sometimes I do use, but I prefer to use these two. So you want to you dampen your face first. And then about 3 pumps. And this isn't one that you need to really mind your eyes with, though. It does sting. So definitely don't get it too near your eye area. And I kind of leave this on for a minute or so, just to let it kind of, all the chemicals do what it needs to do. That's my air freshener. Just let the chemicals do what it needs to do. So yeah, just gonna leave that for a minute. Oh, look lovely. The things I do on the internet these days. Insane. I watch all the other influencers and they always look so flawless, and I'm just like, what am I doing? And And while that's on, you can see it kind of disappearing. While that's on, I don't know if I explained, I can't remember if I did, so I'll have to go and re-edit it. But the reason why I don't want cakey makeup tonight is because actually me and my husband are going out for dinner tonight. My daughter has a gig to go to, so we are going to drop her off. And what was that that flew behind me? We're going to drop her off at her gig, and then we're going out for an adult only dinner, which is really lovely because we don't get to go out just on our own ever. I'm sure other parents on here can relate. You don't, you know, if I say we're going out to eat, it's normally we've got the kids with us. So we're going out for an adult only dinner. We've never been there before. If I can take you and not look a bit weird filming, because it looks like it's a really quaint country classic pub. I never want to be one of those people that are sat there recording everything and recording everything and taking pictures and just being like, because when we were on holiday we saw people that were doing all their Instagram pictures with their meals and they weren't even talking, they were just taking pictures and whatever and posing, and I was like, oh yes, they weren't even chatting, they weren't even like interacting with each other. It was really bizarre to watch, and I would never want to do that, especially my husband. He's not into all this sort of stuff, he doesn't get it. So I'll show you bits that I can, but I'm certainly not going to sit there on my phone filming everything all evening in a place that is not comfortable to do that. But yeah, so we're going out for that, and it also kind of works out quite well because he just found out yesterday he's going to be working away. That's just his job. Sometimes he has to go away, and you never know really how long for. But this particular one, he'll be going on the Monday, coming back on the Friday. So it kind of works out quite nice to go and have a bit of time just on our own before he goes away. So yeah, that's what we're doing tonight, which is a very different Friday night to what we would normally do. But yeah, I didn't want to put my makeup on and it to feel and look really cakey because my skin was all textured and gross. So, okay, I think that's had long enough, so let's wash that off. Look, hey, what a look. I think you might be aware I have loads of bad habits doing my skincare, which I should know better, and I don't. And I don't do better. Okay, dry all that off. Okay, so that's that done. So now we're going to put on the mask. Now, I remember when I was training, the rule is, because you'd obviously use the products for clients, and the rule was you didn't put too much on, because if it hasn't absorbed into your skin within 15 minutes and it's just sat on the top, it's wasted product. Can I get it out? Then it's wasted product. So it was really strict where I work, because obviously they don't want to be, you know, paying a fortune because their therapists are wasting product. So that's the kind of, which means you only need a tiny amount, which is why I think I think this costs about 30 something pounds, but actually I easily get 6 months worth out of it, easily. If not, and I probably shouldn't because they have a shelf life, but let's be honest, if it hasn't used up, I'm not going to throw it away. Sometimes I've had a year out of them, which then, that's not bad value. I mean, if you think of these, you know, the masks I see people use, they're like sheet masks, aren't they? I'm trying to find my words today. Sheet masks that people use. I mean, they're like £5 each, aren't they? You only need to use a couple of those and you've made, you know, and then you only need to use a couple of those and then you've come to the value of that. And this one you get 6 months to a year out of. So I know it's like, it seems like a lot of money as an outlay, but actually value for money. Buying the sheet mask, buying cheaper ones is a false economy. So you only put enough on. Within 15 minutes, you should see that most of this is absorbed in, and that tells you you're not wasting your product. So if you didn't know that, because a lot of people slather it on, but it's not doing anything. So I'm going to leave it for 15 minutes and walk around my house looking like this and hope the door doesn't go again. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes. As you can see, a lot of it's absorbed in. It's not like a thick layer sat on the top, like you often see when people do face masks. It's almost all gone in. So let's wash this off. Okay. Dab, don't wipe. I have to remind myself of that all the time. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. That already feels better. I don't feel like I'm moving my mouth and it's tight. Nice face. So already that is better. Oh, I managed to make an absolute mess down there on the floor. Okay, so that's that, and then I'm just going to put on my moisturiser because I'm not doing serums and eye creams. I don't do it, and I'm not going to stand here and pretend I do. I think I've had this, like, that's how much is in there. I think I've had this nearly 3 months now, so it lasts quite a while. As you can see, I don't use an awful a lot. A little goes a long way, and I think you can see already that my skin looks brighter and it definitely feels less dry and less textured. So I think that's gonna be better for putting makeup on later. I'm not putting makeup on until we go out tonight, so I'm not redoing that twice. Today I've got to finish doing my university work. I'm really struggling to get through the chapter because honestly it's quite boring. So I'm going to finish doing that, and yeah, a nice chilled one today. So I will see you a bit later when I'm doing all the things and getting ready. I'm not sure if I'm ready for a get ready with me, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to go finish reading that chapter and then I will catch you much later on, probably when I'm getting ready to go out this evening. Haven't even thought about what I'm going to wear. We're going to go through that crisis again, aren't we? Wonderful. That sharing camembert doesn't sound too bad, but do you remember that we had that at Christmas? There's burgers on the back.